So there we go, a seamless transition over from broken Madden to hopefully not broken NBA. Again, allow me to recap our situations. Your roster chat is Tommy Campbell, Sean Humphreys, and Jermaine Westbrook at point guard. Shooting guards, Charlie Haynes, Lulu, and Quinn Lambert. At forward, Todor Sicki, Brooke Wesley, and Elton Brewer down in developmental. Power forward, Vlad Lekic, Lothar Kramer, and Trent Griffin. And at center, Horace Keefe, Jeffrey O'Neal down in the G League, and Phil Lyles. So, as directed by the chat, this is what your team looks like. Starting five, Humphreys, Haynes, Wesley, Lekic, and Keefe. Westbrook is going to be the sixth man. Lothar gets a good amount of time. Todor gets some time. Campbell gets some time. And then Lyles with Lulu, Griffin, and Lambert kind of chilling out on the bench. So you have a hell of a lot of depth. And if you do make the playoffs for the first time, you'll be able to say, oh, cool, these are our guys because we're good to go. For myself, it is Baxter, Barea, Steele, Bledsoe, and Dixon. So I'm really going to run with the youth of Barea and Steele. Sita's the sixth man. Lambros Paulidis gets time. Georgi Ponescu has also made the team. Jared Page, Vlad Nolich, Kenny Snow, and then guys like Gooden and Mullins are a bit more depth. So yeah, Darren Gooden kind of moves into a depth role. But it makes sense. Also, we have Kenny Weaver down in the G League. Again, Barea, Paulidis, trying to get both of them to develop. At forward, I mean, you can see why I'm trying to get Georgie looking good. And then I also have William Butler down in the G League for this season. But yeah, those are the two teams. We're going to pretty much get right into the sim. The preseason power rankings have your Omaha Airmen at number 8. And it has your Honolulu Breeze at 19. That's your highest ever preseason ranking. And let's see what happens. We will sim to December 1st and see where we stand. We'll take it from there. As Todor is going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. We will have to adjust this. And honestly, the easiest way to adjust it is just drop him down and give Lambert his minutes. Here we go. Let's keep going. 140 to 122. Brooke Wesley is fully healthy for you guys. Just shrug off a bit of a poor start. For the Airmen, Olich is day-to-day. We'll leave that as is. Todor is fully healthy. I'm very tempted to turn off injuries, but for now it's not that big of a deal. Again, swap Todor with Lambert. Ender, what's going on? And bump up Todor. Again, we'll check the standings here once we're at the first of the month. Vlad Nolich is healthy. Francis Baxter
For those
goes down to injury.
I salute you.
It's Caniac with the gift sub. Thank you. 2 to 4 weeks for Baxter. But he is healthy enough to play through it, so I'll try to let him do that. If he gets hurt again, well, then fuck it. Diego Barea. He'll also leave the lineup as is, even if he's slightly roughed up. Okay, so we have reached December 1st. Let's take a look at the standings here. As the Airmen at 12-6, man, the Wizards are 18-1. The Airmen currently 12-6 in the East. Honolulu at 9-11. Not incredible. Not exactly incredible for you guys, but not god-awful. I mean, again, both teams have been dealing with some injuries as well. So, fair enough. Let's keep going. Through December. Meister is healed. Again, lead the rotation as is. We play each other here on the 5th, and the Airmen win it, 117 to 111. Berea for me is hurt. Again, leave rotation as is if I can get away with it. Brooke Wesley roughed up a little bit for you guys. Boy, both teams dealing with some injuries. But as long as it allows me to just leave the rotation as it is, we don't have to edit anything. And again, really the story of NBA right now is just whether or not you guys can finally make the playoffs. And you're looking good. You had a very good month of December. It's currently showing you as 8th in the conference, though, which is a little bit lower than I prefer. But yeah, Ambient, unfortunately, Madden keeps screwing up, which sucks, because again, I still really like the game. I want to like the game, but it is also a buggy mess. Trent Griffin will be healthy for you guys. So as of January 1st, the Breeze sit in a playoff spot at 16-16. Season ends today. You guys are in the playoffs, or at least the play-in. Omaha, 3rd best record in the East. Only behind Boston, although we have games at hand. And the 29-4 Washington Wizards, the best team in the league. Yeah. Division-wise, though, you guys do lead the Pacific Division. And I lead the Central. Not bad. We'll keep going. This could finally be the year that you guys make it. I mean, if it isn't, I don't know what the hell it's going to take. Aside from finding steals in the draft, because you're like, oh my god. Well, Herb just broke his ankle. That's gonna hurt my chances. That's gonna hurt my chances. My depth is really about to be tested. I do have decent depth with the likes of Gooden, Sita, and Bledsoe. But that definitely hurts a little bit. You guys lose Humphreys, but it's only day to day. He's already healthy. Following the Airmen's record here at this stage. And we're definitely starting to lose a few more games than we're winning without Herb. Still beat you guys, though, and you lose Lothar Kramer for 2 to 4 months with elbow tendonitis. That is a rough injury for Lothar. He's averaging 7 points a game because he's not exactly in a starting role, but that's a pretty crucial depth player for you guys. That just went down to injury. And I mean, 2 to 4 months, that's pretty rough, man. Honestly. This Humphreys is looking like a beast. It'll be best to just give all your starters more minutes here. And then slightly adjust the rest. There you go. Just drop Kramer, I guess. There you go. You happy now, game? Thank you. So you guys won that last game pretty convincingly. Let's, again, sim to the rest of January. And some losses here. So again, we get a look at the standings. The Breeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Breeze would make the last seed in the play-in round if the season were to end today. 3 games under 500. The Airmen have already dropped to the 6th best record in the East at 29-22. So yeah, losing Herb is pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate indeed. Both teams dealing with some injuries right now. Herb's back ahead of schedule. I feel like it's ahead of schedule. He's got the healing rate of a John Cena. Thank God. Herb is back. Thank God. He was back very, very early. I got so lucky. The healing powers of Wolverine, for God's sakes. And immediately we start winning games. The All-Stars are out. Herb Dixon, now a 4-time All-Star. And I believe he is the only representative of either of our teams. So 4-time All-Star, Herb Dixon. And right now, the award races, Herb is top 5 in voting. I don't think he'll get it, but I mean, look at the Wizards. Luka and Zion, holy shit. I'm never winning another NBA title as long as they have those two, so I'm boned. We'll keep that in mind, I guess. Rookie of the Year, Diego Barea is currently 3rd. He will lose out to the likes of Lowry and Very Greek. 6th Man of the Year, no votes for any of us. Defensive Player of the Year. Apparently the dominant reign of Giannis might be over. Most Improved Player is projected to be Brooke Wesley for you guys, though. If that holds. Interesting. We'll march on. We're currently following Omaha. Herb is day-to-day with a sprained left ankle. He cannot stay healthy. He's turning into fucking Greg Oden. Decent amount of wins here, though, for the boys. Jared Page is out for 1 to 2 weeks. We can leave it. Francis Baxter with a bruised left hip. Oh, my God. The injury bug is absolutely crushing me right now. Like I'm surviving it, but shitload of injuries. So as of March 1st, we look at the playoff picture. Omaha currently in 4th in the Eastern Conference. Honolulu currently in 8th. But only 2 games, actually a few more games above. I mean, you're at 29 and 30. The Jazz are at 27 and 35. You would really have to screw it up to not make the playoffs, chat. You would really have to screw it up. And then contract extensions. Let me see, actually, if I can get those done really quickly. Horace Keefe is apparently refusing to re-sign with you guys. What did you do to Horace? You called him a bust too many times. I don't have to worry about anybody else. Let's follow the breeze. We'll go to the middle of the month. See where you guys stand. Jared Page is healthy. Unfortunately, I do lose Dylan Bledsoe for 1 to 2 weeks. That shouldn't be a devastating injury, though. Should be able to survive that. What do we do if we don't make the playoffs? I mean, you guys can surrender control of your team, and then I'll just sim with the airmen to see what happens to Herb. But, oh my God, rough time for you guys to lose 3 in a row. Bledsoe is apparently good to come back. Not 100% healthy, but I'm willing to risk it. And we'll follow along. Actually, that was for my record, just in fairness. You guys have actually been doing okay. I totally forgot that it switched. My bad. I'm not surprised I was losing based off of the injuries. Lothar Kramer is finally back for you guys as the entire team is on fire. They are burning alive. The team is on absolute fire. And you get Lothar Kramer back. Hell of a time. Brooke Wesley gets a day-to-day injury. He's back. Shows you guys is 8th in the conference. Think you might finally pull this off. Currently 8th at 500. Only 2 games above some of the other teams, but you do have games at hand. So that's what's going on. Terry Reaver's a known liar. Told you I'll see you on 22. 21's dead to me. Omaha in 5th. Not bad. May we both actually make the playoffs. Let's sim to April 1st. Can you guys finally end this decade of suckitude and make the playoffs? Oh my God, you're going to do it. You've won 6 in a row, 7 in a row. Honolulu, I think, is finally going to do it. You would have to massively screw this up. 7 games left. You're fucking 6 games ahead of Phoenix. You're going to make the playoffs. It took 10 years, but you're going to do it. Omaha is confirmed to at least be in a play-in round spot. It looks like the Breeze are finally going to do it. After a decade of struggling, it is official. The Honolulu Breeze have finally made the playoffs. Well, in fairness, it's the play-in. It's not officially the playoffs. Unless you finish 7th or 8th. But I think you got it because of the Grizz. You're going to make the playoffs, yeah? Omaha currently in 6th. Tommy Campbell picks up a knock. Brooke Wesley picks up a knock. As Luka Doncic in his first season in Washington wins league MVP. Averaged a double-double. Feel like Zion actually kind of got screwed there. Probably should have been him. Unfortunately, due to the injuries, Herb finished 15th there in terms of the points. Rookie of the year was Dexter Lowry in Atlanta. It's tough to disagree with that. Highest point per game. Ray and Panescu were both top 10, though, in terms of point per game. Alexei Pokusevsky, the 6th man of the year for the Blazers. Defensive player of the year, Evan Mobley. Finally unseats Giannis. And most improved was Brooke Wesley. Good old Brooke. Went from 7.5 points per game to 20. Big step forward for Brooke this year. Coach of the year, Willie Green. GM, Logan McFadden. His first team All-NBA, Herb Burt ended up making that. Second team All-NBA features Brooke Wesley and Herb Dixon. All defensive team. Nobody. All rookie team, Diego Barea. So, Honolulu is currently in the play-in round, taking on Memphis. Utah and Golden State's on the other side. I thought you guys would go up to 6th. On the eastern side, it's Milwaukee, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta. Already confirmed, Omaha plays Cleveland in round 1. The winner likely plays Washington. You're in the play-in round. 2 chances to make your way into the playoffs for the very first time. Let's look at the stats really quickly from this season. As it was Brooke Wesley leading the way. He's a little bit knocked up, though. Knocked up, banged up. He might be knocked up, too. Who's to say, man? This is science in 2031. Sean Humphreys there as well, 85 overall. Charlie Haynes at an 82 still. I mean, the Prego Baller. Coming soon to Oprah Robot Winfrey. Anyway, and for the Airmen, I mean, Herb Dixon was obviously my main man. I don't think he's ever averaged less than a double-double in a season. Secondary scoring's a little bit worrisome, but also load management. Load management. So, we're not going to worry about me, because my playoff spot's already secured. Chat, let's worry about you. And who your players will be here. Because really, you get to run like 8 or 9 players in terms of bench depth. Tommy Campbell is hurt. And Brooke Wesley is also slightly hurt. But they are playable. And I feel like you have to play these two even though they're hurt. I feel like you have to. Right? But really quickly. Here, since they're both... well, actually, they're not both guards. Let's take a look at your top options at guard. This is how we'll do it. Also, you get Jeffrey O'Neal back on the roster, too, for the playoffs, which should be pretty good. So what we're going to do is take a look at everybody that can be considered a guard on this team. And we'll look at the best overalls, who played the best this season, and let you guys decide who gets those starting spots. So obviously, O'Neal's a big man, Lyles is a big man, Lekic. Wesley could technically play shooting guard, as could Todor. Obviously, Humphries is very much in that conversation. Kramer is not. And then Haynes and Brewer. So the issue is with Brewer is, I mean, number one, he's a forward. He could technically play guard, but he spent the season in developmental. So, Campbell, in terms of efficiency ratings, he was fantastic. Even though he wasn't a starter, I mean, a 20 performance rating, a 7.2 efficiency rating, he was fantastic. I mean, certainly have him over Lambert. Certainly. Even though I can't actually swap them. Lulu was at a 6.8 and a 0.4. I mean, you have Lambert over Lulu, swap Lulu with Campbell. Westbrook, the 21.1 and a 5.6. You could honestly make the call of who's the more worthy to actually get playing time as a guard, Westbrook or Campbell. 679 true shooting percentage. They were both great. They were both great. Todor was at a 14.9, so obviously you have Westbrook and Campbell over him. Wesley was at a 16 and a 22. Now, again, this is for guard. Doesn't mean that Wesley wouldn't play as a forward still. But I'm just going to sort these out by these efficiency ratings. And I mean, no doubt Humphries is your best guard. He's crazy. 21-1. 5-6. Honestly, it feels like Campbell was slightly better than Westbrook. But Campbell's also hurt, you know? And then Haynes at a 14 and an 18. But the true shooting is down. So his efficiency rating's high. But the shooting kind of fails him. And then, of course, Brewer didn't play. So, chat, you can start two of these guys. Between Humphries and Campbell, you also have Haynes and Westbrook. Who starts? And Humphries is an 85. He's healthy. He was fantastic in terms of the performance rating, the efficiency rating. Again, I think you kind of have to rule out Campbell because he's injured, but it's only a minor injury. We got a 20.4, a 7.2, and a great shooting percentage. The efficiency rating for Westbrook is way down. I mean, Humphries and Haynes were kind of your guys throughout the season. The question is, personally, I'd stay with them. I know the performance rating for Westbrook's really good, but that efficiency rating plummets. I think you got to stick with Humphries and Haynes. My take, at least. I mean, again, they're sorted right now in terms of their efficiency rating, their performance rating. If you wanted to go off of performance rating, I mean, Westbrook and Campbell were the best too. Oh, goodness. Well, when in doubt, keep the same lineup. Well, that's tough to do because of the injuries. Hold on. Hold on. Again, I believe Straw Poll as a website is still broken, but I do have the alternative option, and I will do it. We'll go starting guards. Humph, Haynes, Westbrook, and Campbell. The top two in terms of voting. So vote for the two that you want. The top two in terms of voting will be who starts. So we'll see who wins that. And really the top three, if you want to say who should be the first choice as a depth option. Probably how I'll factor that in. So we also need to figure out the forward situation. which does technically include Brewer. I mean, it technically could include Lothar. And then Vlad Lekic is certainly more of a power forward. I mean, with his size, he's certainly more of a power forward than an actual forward, but... So then, in terms of forwards, and Lulu at a 6.8 and a 0.4. Lambert's better than that. Todor a 14.9 and a 6.5. I think it's very obvious that Brook is your starter. It's very obvious that Brook and Lekic. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's pretty obvious. I don't even really think there's much of a discussion for you guys to have there. Tom Bomb, what's going on, buddy? So, certainly Lekic a power forward. He was better than Kramer. Tom, it has been a bit, but give O'Neal time. Who are you taking time away from O'Neal? I mean, we're talking starters right now. I can try to give time to him, but the problem is, you don't have time to play everybody. It's the playoffs. You gotta win. You gotta win. So it is going to be Humphrey, Haynes, Wesley, Lekic, and Keefe. Yeah, okay, you're going to take out Horace Keefe when he performed that well to play a rookie who hasn't played all season long. Do you really want me to put that up to a vote? Because this is why you guys don't win. This is why you guys don't win. Goodness. So certainly, Brewer and Lamberts would be your reserve players as the lowest rated options. Everybody else can still be available. So Campbell will at least be available. No time dedicated to him. Sportsmaster, what's up? Drop Lulu and Griffin. Give them no promise of any time. I mean, you could start, you could say, hey, O'Neal's kind of the guy that might look to get time over Lyles, but Lyles honestly hasn't been that bad. You can't really promise Campbell any time. It's got to go to Westbrook. At forward, Todor, a 14.9 and a 6.5. Lothar was better than Todor, even though Todor's doing all right. So yeah, I guess it comes down to the big men then. I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, Lyles hasn't been that bad. He's actually gotten better. So I get the idea of saying, hey, start O'Neal because he's the young project, but Phil Lyles actually hasn't been that bad, and he's played all season. So, but to reorganize the minutes, because again, it is the playoffs, and now is the time to run your starters into the ground, sink or swim. I don't know if you guys will be starting anybody for 45 minutes. But just go 36 and 20. That's pretty much how I'm going to set up my team. I mean, you could drop it down to 15 minutes per, and if it went up, give O'Neal a bit. Okay. I don't know the obsession with giving O'Neal time, but there you go. I mean, at best you could say 5 minutes for each of these guys. 5 minutes for Campbell, Todor, O'Neal, 15 for Lyles, Kramer, Westbrook, and then 36 minutes for the starters. Done deal. That's what I'm seeing from chat. Done deal. Let's do this. You take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant, Franz Wagner, Alperen Sengun, Abraham Irving. It's a tough matchup. You two are pretty close. This is a pretty tough matchup. It is time for your first ever play-in round game. Can't call it a playoff game. Here we go. You win this, you automatically move into the playoffs. You lose this, you gotta go. Oh my god. You gotta go to the extra game. It was a great start. They're hanging in there, though. Do you have the killer instinct? It looks like you do. Honolulu is going to absolutely thrash Memphis and move on to the playoffs for the first time in their history. It is gonna happen. The first time we have ever seen this team in the playoffs. You guys have finally made it. It took you 10 fucking years, but you finally made it. And we'll see the team in action for a minute, giving up an open three. Jesus. Don't choke a 14-point lead in 2 minutes, please.
Some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
We'll see what your boys can finally do. Chad, how's it feel to know that I won a title before you made the playoffs?
Humphries the pass to Haynes. Takes it inside. Out of
What
bounds as Honolulu keeps possession.
Horrible, horrible feed attempt from Haynes. I mean, clearly you paid off the officials to even get to the playoffs because you couldn't do it on your own. Desperation, chat.
Pass to Wesley.
The injured Wesley. I'm surprised he's still in.
Honolulu passing it around.
Wesley from three. Missed.
Oh, good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail.
You got Herb. Rightfully so.
Here's Wagner.
You got pooped on for 10 years. You got pooped on right there, too.
Morant's got 10 assists here tonight.
Swear to God, if you guys blow this lead, you never get control of your team.
1:50 left to play here in the fourth.
Well, if we got this guy that you got, well, you didn't. So stop making excuses. Draft better, chat. How about you draft better?
Back to Humphries.
Humphries.
And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Hell of a brick that was.
His 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Şengün.
If you guys actually choke this,
Strong for the slam.
if you actually choke this, I swear to God,
Passes it to Humphries.
the lead's down to 10 with 1:20 to go.
With a screen on Morant.
Humphries turns it over.
Stolen by Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
Pass to Şengün.
Şengün, apparently. Where is Ja?
High arcing shot.
Oh my God. The lead's down to 8 with a minute to go.
McDaniel's gone 4 of them, 50% of the night.
You still probably won't choke it, but the fact this is even close. Oh my God.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Haynes doing a good job of wasting time. Puts up the shot, misses, gets the rebound, puts it up. Hey, you finally have a bucket.
Honolulu leads by 10.
You did it, chat. You're going to make the playoffs for the first time, and we've actually seen your team score.
Yeah, if you're a fan of this team, you couldn't be happier. What?
Oh, incredible. Incredible, incredible.
We present our New Balance
NBA title, here you come.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be.
Sean
The
Humphries.
intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up.
36
And
points.
as
Playoff
fast as
performer.
he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can.
Oh, Memphis, you failed the city. Wagner's shot misses. Oh, what a putback.
Controls the rebound and puts it back
40
up.
seconds, the lead's back down to 8. Too little, too late.
Very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell
Still
the
not
story
intentionally
sometimes, can't
fouling here.
they? Now, here is Humphries.
Humphries to Haynes. Haynes has Humphries wide open again for a 3. Misses again.
Grabs the miss.
22 seconds to go.
They're playing with fire.
Vassell launches one. Misses. Rebound. That's it.
That one, but I've seen him.
Horace Keefe gets it. Honolulu will survive a scare. And again now, for the first time, you guys are playoff bound. It took you 10 years,
Back to Humphries.
but you finally did it.
And they've done it. What a win for them. And how
You finally did it, chat.
for this play-in tournament
You
game.
have made it to the playoffs.
They have secured their spot in round 1 of the NBA postseason.
Well, and as the 7th
You
seed,
did
they
it.
felt like they should be in the playoffs. They came out.
Felt like they should be in the playoffs. You should have been in the playoffs 4 fucking years ago.
Showed why they deserved that spot.
And that puts a cap on it. Glad to have you with us for all the drama of the play-in tournament. For Chris Weber.
For all the
David
drama.
Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Oh, so much drama. Will they shit themselves out of fear and lose the game? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Goodness. Hell of a game from Humphreys, though. Haynes, Wesley. Your boys showed up when you needed them to. Especially if Sean Humphreys can do that in the playoffs. Good lord. And Sportsmaster, we're like 10 years in the franchise, so it's all computer-generated, guys. 7 of 15 from 3. Goddamn. So who will it be? Who will it be in your first ever playoff round matchup? It will be the 2 seed, Houston Rockets. You'll be taking on Houston in round number 2 as Memphis also loses to Utah. So it'll be Portland and Utah, Dallas and Denver, San Antonio, Minnesota, Houston and Honolulu, Washington and Miami, Cleveland, and your Omaha Airmen. Detroit and Philadelphia, Boston, and Milwaukee. And the one thing I will do is, again, we'll pretty much look to do the same thing you guys did, 36, 15, and 5. I do need to set up my team as well for the playoffs. I don't know if we'll start it tonight, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So let's take a look here at my best options, actually. Again, Weaver never played. Butler hadn't played at all. Escu can I got a lot of guys that can technically play guard. I'll probably set up this team later. I got a lot to consider. The only thing to not consider is that Herb Dixon plays the entire game. But from there, I'm noticing some stats where I'm like, okay, who is going to be the best? So, some questions for me. The bottom line is, though, you finally did it. And now, you get to play the Rockets. Like I said, I believe... Yeah, God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10 years in the making. And you finally made the playoffs. You did it, chat. You did it. Now don't blow it. Now that you're here, don't blow it.